Assalamualaikum and good day to my student. Today, I will brief you a little bit about the lesson plan for January 2016 for the subject Maths Transfer 1 CLB 20804. This subject will be offered to students in semester 3 for bachelor degree and for this January 2016. Alright. The total student learning time or SLT for this subject is 160 hours, which means that you will have face-to-face learning and also you will have non-face-to-face learning. Face-to-face learning 89 hours, which is equivalent to lecture 25 hours, tutorial 23 hours, practical 35 hours and others 6 hours, and the rest is non-face-to-face, which is 71 hours. And this subject is 4 credit hours, and this subject is prerequisite to CPP subject, which means that if you did not pass the CPP subject, you will not be able to take a Maths Transfer 1 subject. For learning outcome, the synopsis, the assessment method and types, I have give you a briefing in the briefing video. Let us move on to CLO, PLO mapping. So what is CLO and PLO? CLO is actually course learning outcome. And what is PLO? PLO is program learning outcome. CLO must be mapped accordingly to PLO. So as you see over here, CLO1 is lecture. Okay, CLO2 is practical or group discussion. CLO3 tutorial or group discussion. For CLO1, that must be mapped to PLO1 and PLO4. CLO2 must be mapped to PLO2 and PLO4. CLO3 must be mapped to PLO4 and PLO5. So what is exactly CLO1, CLO2, CLO3, PLO1, 4, 2 and 5. So let us see what is the details. So this is actually what is your CLO and PLO. CLO1, develop an understanding of principle of diffusion and mass transfer of different type of unit operations such as distillation, absorption and absorption process. And if you notice that CLO, I have introduced to you or give you a little bit explanation in the course briefings video. But what is PLO? Program Learning Outcome. So as I mentioned before, CLO1 must be mapped accordingly to PLO1 and 2. Okay, so PLO1, what is PLO1? PLO1 is apply the knowledge mathematically, science and engineering technology fundamentals. PLO2, plan and conduct experiment. PLO4, identify, formulate research literature, and PLO5, design solution for broadly defined problem. So all together you will learn and you will get the knowledge in this subject. Alright, so next we want to move to lesson plan for this subject throughout 14 weeks of study. So we have planned to you guys, okay, in week 1 and week 2, we should finish for principles of diffusion and mass transfer, which is this one is for chapter 1, where in this chapter you will learn a little bit about the diffusion theory, the introduction of mass transfer, okay, and also mass transfer coefficient and Pflaum theory. Why you will need to learn this diffusion theory first, okay? Because if you are not able to catch up for diffusion theory, you are not be able to learn very good in the chapter distillation, absorption and next section later on. So please do not mess with chapter 1, alright? And then chapter 2, distillation process, you will learn about VLE, vapor liquid equilibrium, single stage operation, binary component, method of calculation and also multi-component system. Next chapter, which is in week 8 until week 10, okay, you will learn about the absorption process. So some of the theory of the absorption process, and also you have to you will learn about designing two type of absorption process, which is plate absorption process and pack absorption process, and also how to calculate the number of stages included in the absorption process, okay, such as like to calculate the height of the absorption process and many more. Last but not least, about the extraction process. Extraction process is split into two process, which is solid liquid extraction process and also liquid liquid extraction process. Solid liquid extraction process we also call the name as leaching process, and you will learn about the theory behind the leaching process and also the method of calculation of the stages for the leaching process and also for the liquid liquid process. Generally, you will have 5 experiments, okay. Each experiment is doing in lab in 3 hours. Basically, you will complete for each experiment exactly 3 hours. So please do not come late for the lab session. For the test, okay, 3 hours. 3 hours means one test 1 hour and 30 minutes. Okay, for the assignment 10, mini project 10, and all together is 160 hours. Okay, so I mentioned also before in the briefing slides and or we call it briefing video, that if you absent to my class, please do not remain silent. Okay, please give me a reason later why you absent from coming to my class, because it is really important. If you are not telling me about what problem you have facing until you cannot come to my class, I will mark your attendance as 0, and it will reflect the percentage of absentees in your ECT, and the system will bar you from sitting in the final examination if the percentage is reach 20% and above. So please, okay, come to my class without any reason. Okay, thank you.